back to another video, folks. This time round it's just going to be me and Crash. I've given Lou the night off because Crash and I have a lot to cover in the world of motorsport, don't we, Crash? Yeah, this weekend's been crazy. Bittersweet, if you ask me. It has been bittersweet. We are going to cover the sad news a bit later on, but let's start with the positives. Let's start with the good stuff. Winter testing took place for Formula One. It did indeed, mate. Back in Bahrain. Great to see the cars back on track, even if they don't look much different. That's right, the cars aren't looking much different this year because everyone's getting ready for the big rule change next year, so the cars are just evolutions of how they were last year. So not a lot's changed. That's right, not a lot's changed at all. No. But they were back on track, and for 3 days in Bahrain, we saw quite a bit of car running, didn't we? Let's go through the main bits of news, shall we? Yeah. Okay, to start with, Red Bull. Red Bull were very fast, and Max Verstappen, actually finished up at the fastest time. He did. On the last day, Max Verstappen posted the fastest time of all 3 days. Both him and Sergio Perez, his new teammate, both posted very good lap times, very strong, looking very good for this year. And that wasn't good for Mercedes because both Mercedes of Lewis Hamilton and Valtteri Bottas both struggled. On day one, Bottas was hampered a lot with gearbox issues shortening his running. That's right. And over the 3 days, Lewis Hamilton stand all up. He did. He had at least 2 trips into the gravel, bringing out red flags, having to have his car retrieved and brought back to the pits. And they were still fairly quick, but maybe not as quick as they thought. No, mate. Could be a tough season for them. Could see Red Bull back on top this year. Maybe. Yeah, AlphaTauri did well too. They did indeed. Tsunoda. Yeah. Japanese driver Tsunoda. First test in his AlphaTauri. Second. That's right. He set the second fastest time, so it's looking good for the Honda drivers. That's got to be a help. That's got to be hopeful for AlphaTauri, who actually got their first win as AlphaTauri last year with Gasly at the Italian Grand Prix. What about the other big news in regards to Aston Martin? Oh. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Well, they didn't look too good, really. Yeah. Vettel was happy with the car overall. But reliability let him down. Yeah, it did. He really struggled to get a lot of running in, which is a bit of a problem when you're first in a new car. That's right now, yeah. Well, let's go on to the good news for you and I, following McLaren. Oh, yeah, nice. Danny Rick and Lando Norris had a really good test. They did have a good test. Very fast, reliable. Looking good for them with the return to the Mercedes engine in that car. Oh, yeah, nice. It's going to be good. And they dealt with lots of laps. Yes, they did do long testing, so that was really good. Reliable, fast. Hopefully we'll see good things out of them. And then tonight, Ricciardo first, Norris second. That's not us for us to decide. No. Ricciardo. I know. Okay. Another return to the grid. We've got a couple of returns to the grid now. The Schumacher name. Yeah, Nick Schumacher. Son of the 7-time champion Michael. That's right. He's on the grid with Haas this year. Good to see Alonso back too. Yeah, Fernando Alonso's back. Did lots of running in the newly badged Alpine team, formerly Renault. And it's good to see him back so soon after a cycling accident, which saw him had to have plates put in his jaw to fix it. Yeah, and lasted didn't painful. I imagine it was. But Ferrari are still struggling. Oh, yeah, no. They're in a really bad time. There's only really Williams back there. Yeah, mate. That's going to be a long year for the Ferrari on us. It really is. It really is. But as we all know, proof is going to be in 10 days' time when they go out for practice sessions for the first race of the season back in Bahrain again. In the last video with Crash here, we did the circuit guide crash course, and it was Landon showing you the circuit. So if anyone wants to remind themselves, pop back there. I'll pop the link in the description below, and if anyone wants to see that again, that's where it is. Okay, and we're back here, and we've covered the testing, but it is time to discuss the sad news has happened in the world of Formula One over the weekend just gone. I have followed Formula One since 1985, the year my folks woke me and my brother up first thing in the morning, Sunday in July, and just said to us, right, get up, we're going down to Silverstone for the Grand Prix. At that time I didn't know much about it, but the first time the cars came flying out of the pits, we were just after the first corner, I was hooked. The noise, these exotic cars, it was amazing. And ever since then, certainly up until 2001 when he retired, Murray Walker has been just the voice of my sporting upbringing. Yeah, and I didn't know that to Australia too. Commentated on Deathhurst a few times. He has indeed. And anyway, at the age of 97, this weekend, just gone, Murray Walker passed away. And his legacy is going to be very difficult to follow. Drivers, team principals, anyone who's been involved in motorsport over the last 30 or 40 years knows him, loves him, and is going to miss him. That's right, mate. Really sad loss. Really sad loss. I know. You're showing a lot of clips, showing his commentary, and he's a great guy. He really was. He was. He had his Murrayisms, where he seemed to get things wrong, and I believe he actually had the phrase, I don't get things wrong, I make prophecies that don't pan out after 2 minutes. And it kept everyone entertained. I know there's people out there that didn't like him, but I'm going to miss him. He's not been involved in commentary, obviously, for 20 years, but the legacy he's left on Formula One is never going to be forgotten. That's right now. Really, really sad. Really sad. Yeah. And so, in the words of Murray Walker, I'm going to have to stop because I've got a lump in my throat. Sleep well, Murray. The Formula One world will miss you.